Long news bulletin. Large storm and Arctic cold. Air about to affect the United States. Greetings to you who are watching the International News Bulletin. The United States is entering a period of very volatile weather, as strong atmospheric systems continuously form and move at high speed, creating many dangerous patterns in only a short span of time. According to the latest data from leading forecast models such as GFS and ECMWF, a large storm is shifting from the southwestern United States, bringing heavy rain, strong winds, and the risk of extreme weather to many states over the next 24 to 48 hours. Immediately after this system passes, the United States will enter a stronger seasonal transition phase as an Arctic air mass is forecast to spill south right during Thanksgiving week, causing temperatures in many places to plunge by 20 to 30 degree miles compared to the average threshold, even becoming as cold as the cold spell back in February this year. This is one of the most complex weather scenarios since the start of winter, and at the same time a period likely to directly affect tens of millions of people who are preparing to travel for the biggest holiday of the year. Right now, over the desert southwest, a strong low-pressure area is very active. Under the influence of abundant moisture from the Pacific Ocean flowing inland, the states of Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado are recording prolonged heavy rain, with many places seeing strong thunderstorms, lightning, and gusty winds. In some high-altitude areas in Arizona and Colorado, snow is falling at a moderate rate, creating many slippery stretches of road on highways. The forecast rainfall over the next 24 to 36 hours may reach 40 to 70 millimeters, enough to cause localized flooding in low-lying urban areas. Experts assess that although this spell of rain is not too severe, it is prolonged, causing great difficulties for traffic and forming an important precondition for the development of strong storm clouds when the storm moves eastward. In the next 24 to 48 hours, Texas and Oklahoma will become the focus of the dangerous weather episode. As the storm system from the southwest approaches the southern plains, the cloud bands grow stronger thanks to the combination of high moisture and a marked temperature contrast near the lower layers of the atmosphere. Forecasts show that areas such as Dallas-Fort Worth, Abilene, and the southern counties of Oklahoma may experience hail, strong gusty winds, and a few weak vortices in the evening. The good news is that, according to the latest observations, this storm system has weakened compared to initial expectations. Instead of becoming a large-scale severe weather storm, it has turned into a disorganized mass of storm clouds lacking clear structure. That means the risk of strong tornadoes has decreased significantly, but the danger of gusty winds and hail still persists, especially during the late afternoon and evening hours. After the storm sweeps through Texas and Oklahoma, the rain band will expand into Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky. All models show prolonged rainfall over many hours in the Tennessee-Kentucky-Ohio Valley region, where low temperatures meet high moisture, generating many strong thunderstorms and heavy rain. Although the likelihood of extreme weather outbreaks gradually decreases as the storm moves eastward, the large accumulated rainfall over time may create a serious risk of flooding in low-lying areas or densely populated urban zones. It is noteworthy that after the current storm, a new storm system is forecast to form off the coast of California and the southwestern United States. This is considered a more worrisome system, likely to cause dangerous weather early next week, especially on Monday and Tuesday. According to initial data, this second storm has a better structure, stronger rotation, and carries more moisture than the current system. If it continues to develop in the direction indicated by the forecast models, the areas of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and the Mississippi River Valley may face stronger thunderstorms, larger hail, and stronger gusty winds. This could be the largest severe weather event in the series of weather episodes at the end of November. Continuing with next week's developments around Wednesday and Thursday, an atmospheric system associated with the polar jet stream will spill down into northern states such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. This system is formed from a cold air mass lying close to the Canadian border. As it approaches U.S. territory, it will generate thick cloud cover and light, but prolonged snowfall with accumulations of about 1 to 3 inches depending on the area. Although the snow is not large enough to create a blizzard, this is a clear signal that the Arctic air mass is moving close to the United States, From the end of the week to the Thanksgiving holiday, the entire United States will enter what is considered the hot point of this winter. The Arctic air mass is forecast to be the factor that will determine the overall weather trend of the whole country. When the polar jet plunges south, temperatures in many states may drop 20 to 30 degrees Celsius compared to the average threshold. This means that areas such as Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio will face days of widespread severe cold and bitter chill. With strong winds accompanying, the wind chill index, the perceived temperature, may drop a further 5 to 10 degrees C compared to the actual temperature, making many regions feel the cold even more harshly. By the end of the week, the cold air mass continues to spread to the East Coast, so that states such as Pennsylvania, New York, Virginia, and many areas of the Northeast may experience a colder Thanksgiving than in many recent years. Another concerning point is the possibility of snowfall at the end of November and early December. Although the cold spell during Thanksgiving mainly brings dry, cold air, meaning a low likelihood of snowfall, immediately afterward, models show many new storm systems will move deep into the United States from west to east. When these systems encounter the cold air layer left over from the polar outbreak, the risk of snow increases significantly in the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast regions. Many models even suggest the possibility of 1 or 2 strong snow events in the first week of December, if moisture and winds converge at the right time. This is the period in which meteorologists believe the United States will go through many supplementary cold spells, continuous and unpredictable, characteristic of early onset winters. Regarding the level of severe weather in the short term, today the states from Missouri to Texas, including Dallas-Fort Worth, are under a marginal warning. That is, low risk but still with the potential for strong storms, gusty winds, and hail. Tomorrow, some forecast models suggest that the SPC may add part of Texas, Oklahoma into the marginal warning area. By Friday, the risk of severe weather decreases significantly, with mainly strong thunderstorms appearing in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. The specific time evolution shows that this evening is the period to watch out for weak tornadoes in Texas. Tonight, until tomorrow morning, is when Oklahoma and Texas have the strongest thunderstorms. Thursday afternoon is when there is a possibility of isolated supercells near Dallas-Fort Worth. Thursday night to Friday morning carries a risk of localized flooding in southeastern Texas. Over the weekend, the rain shifts to the east, and early next week, the second storm moves into the United States. Summing up all the data, it is clear that the United States is preparing to enter a complex weather period lasting at least 10 days, with 2 consecutive storm systems, heavy rainfall, the risk of dangerous weather, and, in particular, a deep cold spell that may affect travel plans during Thanksgiving. This requires residents and authorities in the states to prepare thoroughly, follow information closely, and proactively respond to abnormal situations. Major forecast centers will continue to provide continuous updates whenever there are any changes in the atmospheric models. Dear viewers, our bulletin ends here. Thank you for watching. If you found it useful, please click like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so as not to miss important weather updates in the coming time. We wish you a peaceful day.